Hey everybody, Dan here with Pain Free You. So, today I wanted to talk about this. Accurate knowledge is the antidote to fear. And the reason for this video is I shared a number of things that kind of keep symptoms going. In other words, I think the topic was I'm not getting better and I don't know why. And one of the things was fear, and some people were like, well, how do I deal with fear? So that's what I want to talk about today. Weekend's almost over. Cold's starting to clear up just a little bit. Not through it 100%, but thank you for all the well wishes. I appreciate you sending me love. Yeah, able to get some air through the sinuses, which is nice. All right, so accurate knowledge is the antidote to fear. So, a lot of people say my symptoms are terrifying. I know it's the brain, but I'm still terrified. How do I deal with that? Or how do I overcome the fear? Because every time I notice the symptoms, I'm afraid. I'm afraid. I think it's the stories, and it's your chosen response to the symptoms. Now, a number of you are going to say, Dan, what do you mean my chosen response? It hurts. I just respond automatically. And that's where I want to just point out. Between the awareness of the symptom and your response, there's a little pause. And that is where awareness of what is going on can allow you to respond differently than the automatic ouch or the automatic freak out, right? Accurate knowledge. People are saying, yeah, I know what's going on, but it's still scary. I hate the sensations. I hate the feelings. I hate the pain. It terrifies me. What is the story you're telling yourself about that? If the story behind the ouch is, what if this never leaves? What if I can't get better? What if the doctor's right and this is forever? I just had somebody told recently, you have fibromyalgia and learn to live with it because you'll probably have it for all your life. Terrifying. So if that person hears that prognosis from a doctor and accepts that as truth, you can understand why the pain or the symptoms that they're experiencing are so terrifying, because the symptom equals prognosis, which is, in this particular case, the doctor said you're going to live with it forever, which is wrong. So for anybody who's triggered by that, it's not true. Fibromyalgia is not a disease that you have to live with for your whole life. Fibromyalgia is TMS on steroids. And don't even let that freak you out. It just means you've got a lot of symptoms, all stemming from the same exact cause, a brain perceiving danger. And then you attach that label to it, and all of a sudden, all that fear comes with it. So if you find it difficult to dial down the fear, you got to lean on the foundation. What's causing symptoms? The brain. Perceiving danger. Okay, well that's changeable. We can teach the brain that those things it's perceiving as dangerous are not truly dangerous. Body positions, movements, people, stress, work, money, relationships. We can teach the brain that those things, while stressful, while they may create emotions, are not truly harmful or dangerous. So the brain perceiving danger, in the case of chronic symptoms, is a mistake. And I say this often. Your brain is working flawlessly, perfectly. It's protecting you amazingly. It's just operating on misinformation and fear. And it's the misinformation, the bad data, that actually creates the fear. So, accurate knowledge. Fix the data. Know that you're not broken. TMS, perceived danger, pain, or symptoms, means that it's perceived, not actual danger. And when you know that, and you can truly say, holy cow, I'm really okay, what does that do to your fear levels? Brings them down. But if you're not aware of the fact that between the ouch and your response of panic and freak out, there's the opportunity to pause. Say, ouch. And you can say, now what? Accurate knowledge. I'm not broken. This is just a brain, overprotective, perceiving danger. And I can respond more calmly than I have been. And you're not going to go from 100 to 0. You're not going to go from complete panic and freak out to super chill and cool. It's not going to happen overnight. It takes time. It takes practice. It takes awareness and decision to say, I have that pause. I'm going to take advantage of that pause between the ouch and my response. If you have a reaction of panic, you're ignoring the opportunity to take advantage of that pause. You're going, ouch, panic! But learn that you can respond instead of react. There's that pause. Take advantage of it. Ask yourself, that hurts. Okay. Now what's the best course of action? Oh, okay. Accurate knowledge. I'm not broken. I'm going to remind myself of that fact. I'm going to reassure myself that I've done the assessments. I've done my homework. I know what this stuff is all about. I've watched Dan's videos. I've listened to other people's podcasts. I've read the books. I've done a lot of this stuff. I understand that TMS, perceived danger, pain, or symptoms, means by definition I'm not broken. We have an overprotective brain that's perceiving a threat or danger. And it's up to us to consciously, intellectually, smartly teach the brain that the threat is not real. It's not. So, pause. What do I do next? Okay, I'm going to respond calmly. And I can assure you, if you start implementing this and doing this consistently, you will end up showing your brain consistently that you're not afraid of this stuff. And consistently, your brain's going to start to see that maybe we're really not in danger. Maybe we're not in trouble. Because look at Dan. He feels ouch, but he pauses, takes a breath, relaxes his body, says, I'm not going to panic. I'm not going to buy into this fear. I'm going to remind myself of the facts, right? Facts over fear. Facts are stronger than the fear. But you have to be aware of this. You have to make a conscious, intelligent choice to say, I'm not going to believe the fear. I've often said fear is a liar. False evidence appearing real, but it's not really real. Fear is a useful tool. If a bear comes out of the woods charging at you, you darn well better be afraid. But most of the things we fear in this mind-body space are sensations and symptoms being turned on as a false alarm to the brain perceiving a false threat. I hope that makes sense. So in just listening to this, do you find yourself saying, okay, maybe I don't have to fear this stuff as much as I used to? And I'm not saying you're going to automatically flip a switch and say, ooh, pain, goody, yay. You're not going to. You'll never like it. I'm not encouraging you to try to like it because it's not possible and it's not necessary. But we can choose our response. Take advantage of the pause between the ouch and the how am I going to respond? What do I do now? That's a really good question to ask yourself. When you're struggling and you're suffering and your thoughts are swirling, you can pause and go, what do I do now? I know my thinking can be winding things up instead of allowing things to settle down. So what do I do now? I'm going to decide. Relax my body so that my breath can slow down, get a little deeper. That right there is a message of safety. I'm going to make a decision that even though these fearful, scary, catastrophic thoughts are coming out of my own head, I'm going to make a decision that I don't have to believe them. I don't have to buy into them. Certainly don't have to act on them. And I certainly don't have to run around the house like my hair's caught on fire just because I'm having thoughts about the ouch. Accurate knowledge is the antidote to fear. taking advantage of that pause between the ouch and your reaction or response, more appropriately, that's your window of opportunity. That little pause between ouch and how you choose to respond, because it is a choice. If you go ouch, panic, you're giving up your choice. And I'm not blaming, not shaming, not saying this stuff is easy or intuitive. It's not like you should know how to do this stuff. That's why I'm out here trying to share with you what I've learned through my own 13 years of symptoms and probably the past 12 years of studying it, the past 6 or 7 of coaching it. I've probably, between my one-on-one coaching and my group coaching, I've interacted with about 2,000 clients over the years. So I get to see how this stuff works firsthand for my clients and even for the viewers on Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, because I get so much feedback from the comments. And people tell me all the time, this isn't working, I don't get it, or I need more clarification here, which is exactly where this video came from, because I mentioned fear as one of the reasons why people weren't getting better, and they didn't know why. And they said, well, how do I overcome it? So that's what this video is all about. So I love your comments. I try to read them all. I don't always get a chance to respond to all of them. Then just understand, if I get hundreds of comments a day, and if you're emailing me or messaging me, I get dozens of them a day, it's really hard to keep up. If you are in an urgent situation, you'd like immediate attention, join the group. That's why I'm there, so you can join, and within, by the next Monday or the next day, I do coaching Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, so you can sign up on Tuesday and talk to me on Wednesday. There's no reason to wait. Go to painfreeyougroup.com. Costs you $100 for a month. A lot of people stay a lot longer because they love it and they get the value out of it. Some people join for a month, they barely participate. They might show up to a call, they never ask a question, they never watch the replays, they don't watch the course, and they get nothing out of it because they don't participate. Now, I'm not blaming people for not getting better. What I'm suggesting is the people who join the group, who participate, that I see on a regular basis, they're the ones who are benefiting and getting well. So if you're going to join to participate. Don't join because it just feels good to sign up for a program, yay, and then not do anything with it. Implementation is key, folks. So even if you decide to join, you got to participate to get the value out of it. So, accurate knowledge is absolutely the antidote to fear. And once you can dial down the fear, the perception of danger goes. When the brain feels safer, symptoms will settle down. And I often say, symptoms will settle down when you do. And the things I'm talking about here are some really good ways to dial down that fear with the accurate knowledge and facts over fear. So I hope this all makes sense to you, folks. I'm going to wrap it up. It's getting late. The cicadas are a little bit noisy, but not horrible. Hope it didn't bug anybody. But as always, I'm going to see you tomorrow. And as always, love you.